that's that. Now that they've finally loaded up that stuff, we can move on to the next area. Hey, watch y'all's footing around here. Yeah, there's a lot of cargo, there's a lot of stuff being moved all around here. It's quite a mess, yeah, I understand. But anyway, what did y'all think of the ship? I know, pretty big, huh? They got everything on this ship that we didn't expect them to have, and this is one big, massive ship, too. They had to first build it in an open field somewhere, and they chose a desert next to some water of all places to build it. But anyway, as you can see at the top deck, there's a lot of basically computers and all that wonderful stuff going on here. We are just barely touching one of the middle areas of the ship. By that, let me explain, because I've basically confused you. Let me put it like this. This cargo area that we're walking through over here, this is just where we're storing all the obvious stuff. Construction equipment, vehicles, food supply, medicine supply, you name it. And you already saw what was happening to some of the other people earlier. They were already basically getting ready to be placed inside their cryotubes. I know, those cryotubes look way too damn comfortable. For them to call them cryotubes, they're looking a little too comfortable. They look like basically bedrooms as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, you've already saw one section of, and yes, each cryotube area is different from each other. But anyway, let's step into this area right here. Yep, the long hallway. And we are passing through we are passing by certain areas of where certain cryotubes are at. This first area right here, this is section 1. This has to do with the ship captains, the engineers, and anybody who knows military work. So I'll be sleeping up here near the front end of the ship. Going towards the middle of the ship, we have doctors, nurses, and scientists. Oh crap, what is this? Hold on. And yep, looks like they're switching up everything now again. Hey, remember, don't get mad at me. This is just last minute policy. So it looks like they're putting just the captains here at the front along with some military people, and they're sticking some doctors and scientists up here as well. So looks like we're all going to be moved around and sleeping in different parts of the ship. Well, looks like for me, for security, they still want us there at the front, I should say. Oh yeah, security, we're the first responders. We're just like, we're similar to the military, but the point is, anybody who knows how to fire a gun or anybody who has any type of security or military training, they are what you call first responders. So the moment the captains and the crew wake up who are operating the ship, if they wake up first, we wake up right behind them. You guys are lucky. Y'all get to be next to the civilian areas. Oh, don't worry, the majority of people are already gone to sleep. Remember, that's 500,000 people. That's for you to also know and remember. 500,000 people, 500,000 people are aboard this ship right now. And the majority of them have already been put to sleep. Yeah, they didn't like the idea of taking off when the ship was lifting up into space. So a good number of them were already asleep. They said, just wake me when we get to the planet. So it's just us. And we're doing our routine check. We're walking down the halls, making sure that these areas are well taken care of. Like this, for example. You see this on this wall? Yes, it right now shows us the status of everybody right now in this area and how everybody's doing. Right now, it's showing green across the board. Green across the board means everybody's sleeping comfortably. They're in suspended animation. Well, I'm saying it wrong. The point is they're asleep. So since they're asleep, we can keep moving on to the next area. Is this your first time going through this? Yeah, it's my first time too. So, and you fall under the category of military and security. Okay, so you're with me. So if anything happens on the ship, don't be surprised if you're woken up out of your sleep and we have to do basically we have to be on the ready line, if you will. You know, the ready line. Sorry, military slang. I've been hanging around the Marines and the military guys too much. So we got the Marines up here, we got the Rangers up here, we got some mercenaries up here, we even got some survivalists and some scouts up here too. We got a little bit of everybody who knows any form of military or mercenary skills up here too. And some of those mercenaries, you didn't hear this from me, some of those mercenaries paid a shitload of money just to get up on this ship too. And they even brought some of their favorite toys with them. But you didn't hear that. That's a trade secret. But anyway, let's keep moving. Oh man, here's our area where we'll be sleeping at. Yeah. And yes, before you ask, remember, every single cryo tube area, every single area where people sleep at, all the cryo tubes are different. Yeah, they ironically freeze people over a certain way, but they made sure that everybody has a blanket over them and they're wrapped up in a very safe and secure pod where when they get frozen over for the journey, they're at least covered. Alright, I'm just playing. They don't freeze us over. You basically get shoved into one of these pods. It basically keeps you nice and warm. It keeps your body temperature the way it is, but at the same time, it kind of puts, like, we'll say, a hold on all your important vital systems. Look, I don't know how to explain this any better. The point is, by the time we get out there, 50 years that go by, we may be 50 years old, but we won't age as long as we're inside these sleeping pods. Look, I didn't build the ship, I didn't build these pods, I'm just a security guy. And anyway, let's check out this area. And yep, looks like somebody is already causing problems where they're at. Hey, it's alright, we don't need to handle it, they can handle it themselves. So, let's keep right on moving. We got something else to look into. Well, oh, do you have any questions, by the way? I know I've been talking since I got aboard this ship to a lot of the people who are under my supervision, but I'm asking, do you have anything you want to ask? Do you have anything you want to talk about? Do you have anything that you want to say before we get ready for our own long period of sleep? Nothing? You don't want to even ask about the ship? You don't want to ask where your dirty laundry is going at? You don't want to know who's doing what? You don't want to know who's into what around here? You don't want to know who's gonna... well, the reason why I'm being silly is because it helps ease the tension, because as you already know, we have already lifted up from planet Earth. We're already slowly floating towards the moon, and we're getting ready to pass it up if I'm not mistaken. By the time we get to Mars, it'll be time for everybody to be asleep, and after every couple of years that go by, you and I, since we're part of the security team, we'll wake up, we'll do a run, we'll check all the sleeping pods, make sure people are safe and secure, and then by the time we spend maybe a day or two awake, we'll go back to sleep ourselves and be traveling again. Yeah. Oh, you have something to say. Okay, well, what do you want to say? You are nervous. Well, all bullshit aside, I'm nervous too. I mean, every time I look out the window and look into space, the last thing I remember seeing was planet Earth and how beautiful it looks and how I'm leaving it behind. I'm leaving behind my childhood. I'm leaving behind so much shit. I don't know what to even say anymore. I just know that that's it. And I'm looking forward to one thing. A whole new world, a whole new planet, a whole new everything. Oh yeah, trust me. This is a whole new level of not scared shitless and not nervous, but to be honest, I am 2 more minutes away from shitting in my pants and crying here. That's how scared I am. Oh, you best believe I'm scared. Even if you don't believe me, trust and believe me. I am scared. I am dead scared out of my mind here right now. So, anyway, let's keep on moving. We're just gonna go check one more area, then we're gonna come back and get ourselves ready to be tucked into. Oh yeah, we're just doing a check of our areas. The other areas where the other people are sleeping at, they have their own security teams and own military personnel who are checking to make sure that their vitals okay. All we've got to do is, once we check our areas, we climb inside our pod, we press one button. After that, We get ourselves tucked in, and next thing you know, lights out. Well, not lights out, but you know, time to sleep. Here we go. Here we are. And yep, everything's looking green across the board for this section. But anyway, before we head back to our pods, how else are you feeling? You already mentioned you're nervous. I already told you I'm scared and close to shitting on myself, so yeah. Oh, don't let my positive, cheery personality fool you. Mr. Markus here, which is me, I'm Markus. I am scared shitless. I'm a security guard who's surrounded by hundreds of thousands of people. And we're on a massive ship. And we're taking one trip from planet Earth to out there. So you best believe I'm scared. I mean, we're leaving Earth. That's it. We are off Earth. From here on out, it's just us. And we have certain leaders in charge, but we don't know what's going to happen from here on out. I'm not saying something bad's going to happen to the ship while we fly through dark space to get to where we got to go. All you need to know is that we're safe, we're secure, and we have a new future to look forward to. And trust and believe me when I tell you, by the time I'm done shitting on myself, by the time I'm done cleaning up the shit off my butt, and by the time I'm done having breakfast a couple of days later, I'm going to look back at this moment and say, why the hell did I do this? And then I'm going to remind myself, this is history. But anyway, now that we've checked out our area, let's hope to God that when we get back, they'll have that crazy person thrown into a pod and have them sedated. Yeah, trust me, that's not... See, that person there who was trying to fight the other security personnel, I hope they realized that when they got on this ship, that was it. They said they were coming out here. Now they were having second thoughts. Well, tough shit. It's called equal rights for everyone. They don't care if you're a man, they don't care if you're a woman. When you signed your name on that paperwork and climbed aboard this ship, Fohammer, you've agreed to a 50-year trip from planet Earth to the New World. And trust me, we're gonna make it. We are gonna make it, and then we're gonna look at this moment and say the same thing. Why the fuck did we come here? Anyway, let's go ahead and get our butts back to our pods. We gotta get ready for some sleep. And trust me, it's gonna be a long one. I hope you're ready.